do not want to make a mistake in this qualification race for this rolling start, and here we come. Merc on Merc as we head down for a rather murky start in terms of the weather too. Here we come. It's been a good, clean formation lap, and we're racing at Macau. What a beautiful sound and what a beautiful sight here at Macau. Manuel dives into third place and a tap to the wall for sure from one of the Mercedes. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that wasn't Eduardo Mortara. Look at the Maro angle now. Look at that. I said there'd be 3 wide, and they are. And here comes the number 18 BMW in third place.
It's a super start by Augusto Farfus. Absolutely rocketed off the line. Looked to find a space. He found a space as well. Up into 4th place. And really challenging for 3rd. He's got 3rd already.
And Maro Engel takes the lead as they go through Lisboa for the first time. Is anybody going to get caught out by the famous corner that is? Ooh, Rosenquist just misses the Lisboa corner there, but they're all safely through.
Super stuff by the Brazilian in the 18th BMW Art car. Maro Engel leads up into sector 2. Now this very, very tight. They're so wide, these cars, and the walls and the barriers get oh so close. They never look quite as close as when you've got GT cars racing, and in a single line they all go through. So a few little skirmishes, but pretty much everyone seems to have got away with this. Eduardo Mortara there in 2nd place, Augusto Farfus in 3rd, and Maro Engel from the inside of the 2nd row of the grid getting the best of the starts.
And it was Daniel Juncadella who definitely came together with the wall in the number 50 Mercedes. If we go back and have a look at the replay, if they do show us that, as we go on board now, he definitely touched the outside wall of Reservoir Bend. Doesn't look as though there's major damage to the car, but we'll keep you informed as to whether... Oh, no! Oh, mayhem! And there's millions and millions and millions of dollars of damage here at the mighty Macau. And that is one of the worst GT accidents I've ever seen here. And in the place, the city that is a gamble, the lottery has absolutely come to an end. Right at the front of here is the 911, and you can see his frustration. Cars everywhere. Lucas de Grassi not even on the ground.
Not on the tarmac.
And not able to get out. Did anybody make it through?
No hesitation in bringing out the red flag.
Yes, they did, look.
Course completely blocked. My goodness. My goodness.
What were you saying as we walked across the bridge?
Everything had been relatively clean so far today.
Mm-hmm.
I
rest my valise.
Goodness me. 4 cars come through.
Wow.
Into pit lane.
Now, we don't know... well, let's have a look at what happened, first of all.
We haven't seen what happened.
Augusto Farfus in 3rd place goes through, and it's at police that they come together, and it's Juncadella who may well have been the cause, because Juncadella now backwards, and I think he had a damaged car anyway, but Juncadella is the car that's turned round. The Porsche of, is it, I'm trying to see who it was. I think it was Laurent Vantour.
It is Laurent Vantour's car.
There he is at the front. Yeah, Laurent Vantour came through, and all the drivers are out and having a word. But obviously, nobody happy. Lucas de Grassi in the middle of your picture there.
4 cars have got through. Only 4 cars. Well,
yes, but I'm looking back at the 99 still of the Tom Blomqvist. He's involved. So is the number 5. It just depends. The shot is not as clear, but I can tell you a concertina effect, given that you're coming down Moorish Hill into this right-hander, could mean that literally the whole field has been affected in some way or another. And I can also assure you that we've got a long wait for the resumption of this one, folks. But if you've just tuned in and you've never seen the Macau Grand Prix, this is not bad driving. These are the very best drivers in the world. I can see that Felix Rosenquist is out of the car and okay. My first thought is that everybody's okay. Laurent Vantour taking a tour around his car. There's one of the Audi drivers, and yeah, this is a real mess. But what I was going to say, and here comes the cranes, so it won't take them too long to start to extricate them, but it just depends how further back
how far
down
back
the
this
field
goes. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get a camera angle that will show us the tail of the field, so therefore we can start picking out and working out how many cars are okay. So certainly we've got Nico Muller's car there, hard up to the barrier on the left-hand side of your screen. Nico Muller's Audi pressed up.
It's a scene I've seen in Formula 3 many times, but never in GTs, not to this extent.
No, we did say this the very, very tight section of the circuit, and GT cars get wider and wider, don't they, with every incarnation of a GT car. So the road completely blocked. So I almost can't bear to watch this.
I know, it's painful, isn't it?
I'm sure the teams and the manufacturers can't bear to.
And there's the first Audi out of the way.
That's the Honda. That's
Excuse
the
me,
NSX.
that's the NSX Honda.
Yeah.
Now Marciello is in the pits.
And you know what? The other thing that's happening at the moment is it's getting darker and darker, as if rain clouds are looming in. They reckoned on the weather forecast, if we got a shower, a proper shower, it will be about 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's 25 to 1, everybody. Local time.
So Rafael Marciello talks to the AMG team. His first outing with this Mercedes crew at Macau in a GT car. And so far he's equipped himself pretty well. But now the tactics are going to go on, because amazingly, besides Juncadella, here's another look. So Farfus goes through a third. There's Juncadella, basically, I think, the cause of the accident, unless Laurent Vantor was trying to go through on the inside.
Yeah,
which is a no-no.
And it's only a guess.
There's no room.
It's only a guess.
Look at this.
As to what happened leading up to that. One, two,
now, here's
three,
another thing:
4, 5, 6
million, or just cars?
6 cars at very least. We're trying to recover Laurent Vantor's Porsche, which is very battered.
Here's something they instituted last year into this race: is these dollies. They work really well.
They do.
They literally just pick the front of the car up, put them on the dolly, and then pull them away.
Laurent Vantor, of course, who won this race last year, albeit with a different manufacturer. Oh, here we go, on board.
Oof, scary. And that, of course, is the number 11 of Lucas de Grassi, who's the one who ended up off the ground. Look, there he is. Number 11. Now, 4 cars, that's all. There's Maro Engel, made it through. Most of the Mercedes. The other, Augusto Farfus. It could be a 4-way race. 3 Mercedes against a BMW.
Yeah, what a peculiar situation. I think you're right. I think there are going to be plenty more cars that are unscathed.
I mean, looking down to, I would argue that if the other guys were smart enough to get off the brakes or get on the brakes early enough, Rosenquist was definitely involved in the incident because he was out of the car pretty quick. That's 11th place. But we could see the likes of Marco Wittmann, Bertolotti, Dumas, Young, Robin Frins. I say that tentatively. Potentially okay.
This could be absolutely brilliant for Robin.
Yes, it could.
He needs a recovery. It was a tall mountain to climb from the penultimate row of the grid. But with, obviously he wouldn't want it this way, but with a number of cars not able to take any kind of restart, then a number of places can be made up very, very swiftly.
Good news, if there is that, if there is any good news from this, as they take Jucadella's car out of the way. So let's have a look at. Well, I'd like to see how Laurent Vantor approached this corner now. If you go on board with Laurent Vantor down the hill, the next is the right-hander, and you can see Mercedes of Jucadella is in front of him. Okay, he was unsighted, to be fair. I'm not putting any blame on him. Juncadella had already hit police bend by the time that Laurent Vantor came across him. And so no blame apportioned, I'm afraid, if I'm going to put any blame in right now, and I don't want to.
Let's not.
Let's not. Let's talk about the recovery some more, shall we?
Yeah, we shall.
But I'm not going to blame the 911. I'll say that, shall I?
And absolutely, and very good to have the onboard shot. So we found out what happened leading up to what can only be described as a very upsetting scene, because now forklifts, cranes, flatbed recovery vehicles, it's all hands to the pump now to get the road clear.
Imagine if you were a race fan and you'd never been to Macau and you were sort of saying, well, what's all the fuss about? Why do people get so excited about it? And then you witness that, you're like, oh, I get it now.
It is interesting, and following such a a clean and untroubled race for the Formula 3 cars. This was
mayhem.
Yeah, unpredictable, really. I did wonder if we might be...
So here we go. Here's a look down the pit lane at those not involved. One is Maro Engel. That's the safety car, in fact, the driver of the FIA safety car for the WTCC. So he's actually not the driver of the car we're looking at, but that car we are looking at right here is Maro Engel's car. And he's okay, and you can see not a drop of problems for him.
And got a very good start.
And interestingly, people putting hoods on and umbrellas up. We have rain, folks.
It's really dark, really, really dark. And
the wind's just got up, so I've got a feeling it is raining.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yes. As you can see, the number 48 car is fire and clean as a whistle. Eduardo Mortara is okay. And Augusto Farfus is A-OK. This is the next car you will see. Number 18, the Schnitzer BMW. And Charlie Lamb and the boys. So Farfus in and with a great chance of perhaps making it. He made a really good start, did Augusto. And yeah, you can see a few drops on the camera now.
There's Charlie Lamb chatting away down.
There's Callum Ilott. Maybe he fancies his chances. He's asking him what the fuss is all about. And there is one Group M car.
Do you think he's coming through to gloat?
Yeah, probably, yes.
We didn't have a red flag.
Yeah, it's your problem. We saw Raphael already out of the car, but that's his car. So we literally have 4 unscathed cars in the pit lane. I've never seen anything like this in all my years. We're looking at Chaz Mostert's car being dragged back.
The 4th of the BMWs, and I've just seen spots of rain on the camera lens as well.
Let's have a look at some of the sort of highlights of that crash. And you can see Juncadella gets turned around, Vantoor's in it, several Audis. Lucas de Grassi's put into the sky because of it. The number 99, Tom Blomqvist, is stuck underneath. Here we go on board behind the 27, and a nasty, nasty picture for Lucas de Grassi. That was really not a pleasant sight. Luckily, not one of the fastest corners. There's Juncadella already in the wall. And I think he was pretty close to Maro Engel. That might have been the problem. It looks as though the VLT Porsche of Darrell O'Young